right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Shoot 'em a shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same page. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the in the game now, foot on the gas, can slow down, no. My team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change.
We are now live from the Hive, San Diego, California's Lincoln High School. We want to welcome you guys. It is the 2025 edition of the Swish League, San Diego's premier basketball pro-am. I want to thank you guys for joining. This is Sons of Montezuma's YouTube channel. This is a very familiar spot for all you guys who love basketball. My name is Mateo. Call me Mateo San Diego if you like, but Sons of Montezuma is our podcast. This is our YouTube channel. I want to thank you guys for joining us, spending your time here. We're going to be talking all Swish League. I got two of my co-hosts here joining me today. We got an OG, a Swish OG joining me here to my left. This is none other than Trent Suzuki. Good to see you, man.
Hey, thank you, Matt. I really appreciate the opportunity to work with Sons of Montezuma. Been here since year 1, year 7 for me here at the Swish Pro-Am. And I just like to comment on the growth and the level of professionalism and the technology that allows us to be live here and bring the very best of San Diego basketball to all of you. Appreciate you joining us.
Very excited to have you on board, Trent. And, of course, the man to his left, you guys know him, Convos with Kev. It is Kevin Sandoval. Welcome, man. Good to see you again.
Season 2 for us. Right here.
Yeah,
It was good to be back. Thank you for blessing me with the honor to work aside all the guys, either in front of the camera, behind the camera. It takes a team. And Trent, I'm looking forward to working to you.
Absolutely.
My man. Yes, sir.
That's something this Pro-Am has really developed, is the real roots of San Diego's basketball scene. Like, it doesn't get any better than what we're going to see this summer, guys, from June 19th, this Thursday, starting to August 3rd. You're going to have every single Thursday and Sunday is going to be packed with, well, the best basketball you're going to see in town. So we're going to be here at Lincoln those days, those nights. We want to encourage you guys to come join us, and you're going to have a great time. These guys know the game. I'm very pleased to have met Trent recently, and of course Kev last season doing the commentary. Was our second year, but this is the seventh year of the Swish League. So we're gonna have some fun interviews. We're gonna have a big interview with the head coach of Lincoln High here, Coach Harper, Coach Jeff Harper, who Lincoln has opened up their doors to the gym, the Hive as they call it, and it's a landmark place to be here in the center of the city. It doesn't get much better. So guys, let's talk a little bit of hoops, because this year there's some new teams, there's some familiar faces. Of course, Trent, you're an OG, like I said. What are some of the guys that really stand out to you that you're going to be excited to see this year at the Swish League?
Well, I'd like to start off with a 2-time MVP, Billy White, out of San Diego State, played with Kawhi Leonard and DJ Gay and Malcolm Thomas and all of them. He's been very dominant every year he's played. Lefty, very smooth, can hit the three, strong to the hoop, gets to the line at will. He's a force. Of course, we have the elite ballers, Tommy Rutherford and Skyler Spencer, both very, very dominant big men. Normally in these showcase type of leagues, the bigs don't get featured as much, but these guys happen to do their job, and they really do a great job inserting themselves into the game and dominating the boards and putting it back up. And then finally, some of the good guards that are going to be here. Boogie Ellis, former San Diego Player of the Year out of USC, spent some time with the Sacramento Kings in the G League. He's a great player. We've got a lot of great guards that are coming in here for this year.
Now, Trent picked up on the defending champs, the elite ballers. Kev, what are some of the guys you're going to be excited to see this year, 2025 Swish League?
Well, to pick off of champs, you're so used to seeing the Mountain West title through San Diego, and San Diego State's loaded over here, Valley Farm. You know, you would think they would have won it last year if it wasn't for that chaos at the buzzer.
Man,
But,
talk about it.
tons of talent on that Valley Farm team. You know, they pick up Jay Pell, who was on Low Ballers last year with Taj DeGorville, and you also have Darion Trammell. You have Desai Lopez. So many talent on that Valley Farm team. We have a new talent too coming in. We have not a pro-am team, semi-pro team, San Diego Suns team. You know,
Right,
looking for new talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Marcus, last name, plays all over Los Angeles. You know, growing up, I've seen him play in the Drew League. You've seen him in YouTube videos, park videos, and you have Marquise Moore, former friend of mine. We used to play all the time in the parks in Los Angeles. So it's a ton of talent in the Swish League this year.
I'm looking at the rosters here, man. These have been played very close to the vest. Like, not trying to give any secrets away because you guys are going to get down here to the gym and see it for yourselves. Last year, though, let's wrap it up. Like I said, Elite Ballers won the championship. Like you said, Valley Farm was the favorite. I mean, they were stacked with a lot of current Aztecs, but they got upset by another Aztec. Devin Watson hit probably the most exciting moment of last year. This year, I can't wait to see, what's going to happen. Are there going to be any upsets? Are there going to be, standout performances? You called it. Billy White was the MVP last year, his second time being an MVP. So we'll have to see what's going to happen this year. I know we got an interview coming up very soon with one of our newest teams to join, and that is the Tritons. I believe the NVSD Tritons. So we're going to have that coming up for you in just a few moments. In the meantime, let's see. Any picks you want to give out there? Any picks?
No, for me, it's really exciting for me to see the different energies, the different teams that come in here and ply their trade. Obviously, there's no more beautiful place to play in San Diego. The weather and the beaches and whatnot. But to really be able to improve your game, and it's the most competitive ball during the summer here in San Diego. I mean, there's some pro pickups going on, but as far as refs and solid players, I'm really excited about this league. Have been for several years, and it really comes down to what team is playing the best during playoff time, and really be able to key on getting the ball to their primary scorers.
I think one of the exciting things about Swish for me is the fact that you get to see some of these players you haven't seen in a while, but also get to see some of the players that basically, up and coming guys that you may have not even seen them on the court yet. This would be your first opportunity to really get a chance to see them on the court in action. I know a lot of Aztecs fans in particular, of course, San Diego State's the big one here in town, but whether you're a fan of UCSD, USD, Point Loma Nazarene, San Marcos, I mean, there's always a representation of San Diego hoops. And of course, Kevin mentioned the Suns. The San Diego Suns, they are part of the ABA. They are making their first year here at the Swish League as well. If you guys been keeping up on the podcast, you guys know that we've been doing various interviews. Make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe. Go check out some of those interviews that we've done leading up to this point, and you get to learn a little bit more about the Swish League coming up. Want to thank again the Swish crew for letting us come in there, and of course Lincoln High opening up their doors for us to get in here. The guys are working hard all summer long to bring this for you guys, so we're really excited. All the work has been put into this gym, the legendary gym here, the Hive. Right now, we're going to turn things over to Kevin Sandoval. He's got an Aztec legend with us, of course, the defending champ, Elite Ballers, and that is none other than Skyler Spencer. Go ahead, Kev.
Skyler, how we doing, my man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. How do you feel now that summer's here and season 7 of the Swish League is here?
I feel good. I just got back not too long ago. I'm really excited for this year. Everybody's coming back home, and, it's going to be another good year.
Yes, sir. Being a known vet, what does Swish League mean to you?
It's just a great opportunity to, number one, for players to stay in shape and for the fans to come out here and see some summer hoops, and the San Diego Ballers are able to come out and showcase their game. So, it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Yes, sir. Speaking of game, what's something new in your game that you've been working on? What's something that the fans should be excited to see this year?
Just being more aggressive on offense. Last year towards the end of the Swish season, I started having a bit more outputs, higher outputs in offense. So I plan to carry that over into this season.
How do you feel now that you've seen the new threads? What's your first take on them?
It looks good. It looks good. Every year they improve more and more. So this is another good year. I'm not complaining at all.
Yes, sir. Ganser got you coming back. Looking for back-to-back champs this year.
Of course, we don't really settle for anything less than that.
That's Skyler Spencer, Aztec legend. We'll look forward to seeing you guys this week and forevermore this summer. Back to you, Matt.
All right. I want to thank you guys for joining us once again. We got plenty of interviews lined up. We got a new team this year. Of course, we mentioned the Tritons coming in, and in just a few moments, we're going to have you guys join in and listen into the latest team to join in on the Swish League as well. Now, when it comes to the Swish League, like we said, June 19th, this Thursday coming up. Thursday nights and Sundays, it's a completely free event, no ticket prices. Trent, you've been a part of the Swish back in the days. Can you tell us just a little bit about what goes into the Swish League to pull off this type of entertainment and really community event?
Right. So, Matt, I remember, 7 years ago, I remember we had a meeting over at Mike Howell, one of the founders, at his apartment complex, and it was Steve and Koo and they were just talking about wanting to do this, and they asked me if I wanted to be involved, and I said absolutely. And it was pretty rough. I mean, we started at Miramar College, and then we had to be out of there by a certain time because the rec leads had to start. So and then there was this big snafu with finances, so we lost the PA announcer, and so I stepped in, and they asked me if I could do PA. Quite frankly, I'd never really done it before, and I said, but the answer is always yes, unless it's brain surgery or something. I'm going to say yes, and I ended up doing all right, and it ended up being really, really, really fun. And then we ended up going to San Diego High to finish the championship, and then year 2 was the COVID year when we had the Mobleys and a lot of high-level pros, and it's just gotten better and better each year. Again, the quality of players has continually improved. The amount of people that are coming has improved. And what I really like is that we really get to showcase the San Diego backdrop and the players and anyone that calls San Diego home that's allowed to be here.
I know a lot of people have heard of different pro-ams all throughout the country. It's a big thing now. Of course, in the summertime, summer hoops. You got a lot of different basketball leagues going on, but in San Diego, this is yours. You got to own it. You got to claim it. Lincoln High is the place, and they have owned it. This is the second year down here now, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The guys are down here shooting around. Guys are picking up their jerseys. Different teams coming in, picking up their jerseys. It's a fun day, fun atmosphere down here beginning the summer. And we want to encourage you guys every Thursday and Sunday. Definitely come down. Now, this year, I gotta put my pick out there because I know Valley Farm. We spoke with their GM, Mr. McFarland, and they want to have fun, but I think they're gonna come in with a renewed sense of urgency to win this Swish championship. I know there's a lot of bragging rights that go into it between the GMs and the different coaches, all that good stuff, right? Get a little trash talk. That's probably what I'm looking forward to the most. All right, so we got some more interviews coming up very shortly, guys, and hoping that you guys join us. Stick around. In just a few minutes, we're gonna have another interview for you guys.
Laquan.
All right, guys. Sons of Montezuma is the home for the Swish League this year, 2025, June 19th, coming up this Thursday. And right now, we're going to have a new team member, a new team joining in, the Tritons. I believe NBSD, the Tritons. They're going to be entering in the Swish League. We want to send it over to Kevin. Kevin Sandoval's he's got one of their main players, and I believe coach. I want to say that. And coach, head coach. All right, Kevin, you got it.
I'm here with Laquan Hansley, player coach of NBSD Tritons. Coach, how we doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Yes, sir. It's your first year in the Swish Pro-Am. How are we feeling? What can you give the fans a little brief summary about your guys' team?
First year, feeling good. The excitement is there. We've heard a lot about the league over the past couple months since we've gotten an invitation essentially to participate. So we're looking forward to get after it. We're the only military basketball team in this Swish Pro-Am. So if you support the military, come out and support us.
For sure. I should have said thank you for your service. Was first and foremost. Thank you. Yes, sir. You know, considering the birthday was just a couple days ago. Yes, sir. Give us a brief summary about your background in basketball. Where have you played? Where can folks look you guys up?
So myself, been playing all around since I was about 10 years old. Being in the military, it's taken me around the world, so I've got to play in various leagues and various talents level. And now I'm kind of in that tweener role between playing and coaching. I'm getting a little bit older, so my body can't do some of the things as when I was a little bit younger. But I'm just giving back with the knowledge that I have to try to give some of my younger guys opportunity to get out and play the game that I love. I've always thought to give back, so that's what I'm doing.
Brief look at the new threads this year. What's your first take on them? How do you feel about them?
These things are fire. These things are fire. Like I was telling Steve, these are probably some of the lightest reversible uniforms that I've worn. So looking forward to get some sweat in these things.
That's true. Like I played in a couple of adult leagues. You know, there's never like that thin material to where you got to like reverse them back in. It's always like very heavy, not very durable weight on you when you play. Got to feel light.
Oh yeah. These things, like I said, these things are great. Awesome material, feel good, and they're not going to weigh you down as much. So.
Yes, sir. Can you give us like a standout player? Who would you like to spotlight on your guys' team this season?
Oh man, spotlight player on our team. Probably one of our newer guys to the team, Keontae Howard. He's definitely some guy got to watch. Formerly played overseas in Canada for a season. Now he's in the military, giving back to his country. We got another guy, Wynn. He's 6'7". Went to Kentucky State, played a few years there, and he's serving the win. So those are some of the guys to watch out on our team this year.
Coach, before we let you go, how are the runs in the barracks? How are they?
The runs in the barracks, they can get pretty rough, man. You know, you got various talent levels. So when you got that mosh pit of people and talent, then you get some interesting games, I'll say that. But at the end of the day, those type of games, trial by fire, that's where it helps you actually work on your craft and perfect it. So you get something out of it.
Sir. Coach Q, we'll look forward to seeing you this season. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Back to you, Mateo.
All right. Awesome interview. Awesome stuff there. Now I'm talking over here with Trent while the interview's going on. And, man, we're talking about the competitiveness, the competitive nature of this Pro-Am. I mean, these guys, it's a summertime, right? But to perfect, and as a skills trainer, the summertime is really where you put in a lot of that work, right? I mean, what can you say what this league has to offer when it comes to the off-season skill development?
Well, I just think you get better when you play against better players, right? So you improve your skills when you go against more skilled players. And so rather than, going with your friends out and just doing pickup at the park, why not come here, play with a higher level of athlete and really improve your game in addition to your off-season skill training and your weight training to get better. But, you got to apply your trade, 24/7, 365.
Well said. Well said. Well, right now we're going to bring in the head coach here at Lincoln High. And, of course, he is also coaching Understand the Grind. Coach Harper, come on in. Have a seat in your house here. In your house. I like that shirt, Storm and Norman.
Yeah. What's going on? Sit down. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. If I don't see you, good night.
So tell us a little bit about opening your doors here at Lincoln High. Let me get into the mic here. Tell us a little about you opening the doors here at Lincoln High and opening up to the Swish League, to the community. It's the 7th year in existence, but it's the 2nd year here at Lincoln, I want to say. Tell us a little bit about that process and decision to bring it down here at Lincoln.
I mean, first of all, I appreciate them. I appreciate the Swish organization coming to Lincoln High School and coming to Southeast San Diego. It's great for them, a program like Swish, to come here. It gives our chance of our community to see high school, college guys, pro guys, but it also gives a chance for people who never been to Southeast a chance to see Southeast, a chance to see Lincoln High School, and understand that this is a good community like every other community. You know what I mean? So
the history
the history of this community, the history of this high school, the great young people who came out of here, the great young people that go here now. When they ask if they come, man, let's do it. And I appreciate them coming back. And, it brings a lot because I got kids and parents asking when does Swish start? You know what I mean? When does Swish start? And the chance for you to come and see young people, see pro guys and college guys and just to mingle, and the competition is great. So, I definitely appreciate them bringing them back to Southeast and Lincoln High School.
Something annually to look forward to in the summertime, right?
Right,
If
exactly.
you're down here in the neighborhood, you want to watch some the highest level of hoops here in summertime in San Diego. This is going to be the place to be. So definitely want to spread the word, you guys. If you got young ones that want to come down and summertime, I remember as a kid, there's a lot of different things to get wrapped up into. If you don't have those after school programs in the summertime, what else are you going to do? Come down here on a Thursday night, on Sunday, and watch some high level hoops with the community.
Nah, and even the high school guys, you know what I'm saying, that are playing high school basketball in San Diego, like this is where you get tested. Like, this is where you can see, like, can you really play at the next level? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is where you can say, okay, that guy is in college, or that guy went to college, that guy overseas, the body, the strength, the physical, you know what I mean? Because it gives you a different look, like, okay, now I know what I need to go back and work on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you hear all those stories all the time in basketball lore of, so-and-so dunking at, in high school, or they bodied up somebody in their high school when they were just a high school player playing against a college player, or a pro came into town. That's kind of what those legends of back in the day were built off. And that's what Swish, I think, is fostering here in San Diego, to create those young guys here in town. And who knows, be another Storm in Norman.
Yeah, and he played in it last year, a couple of games, so that was good for him to come home and play. And the guys, and majority of our guys were alumni that's on our roster. We added a couple young people that I coached, in the summer years ago. But it's just that atmosphere, man. It's a great atmosphere. You got people, San Diego State guys that play, USD guys that play, UCSD guys that play. You got guys that come back and from overseas that play. So, anytime you're able to step on the floor and compete, I mean, that's the end of the game, is competing. You know what I mean? And the measuring stick is like, okay, we lost in the championship last year to those guys.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
We fooled a lot of people. We got there. You know what I mean? But it was a good competition. They a great team. They play together. And you see that in this league. It's not one of those throw the ball out and go play league. It's coaches are coaching, players are playing, and people trying to win. You're trying to get to that playoff spot. You're trying to get a good seed. You're definitely not trying to open up with elite ballers the first round, but but it's a great experience, man. It's great. The coaches are great. You can meet new people. You can talk to people. You can. And the thing about it that I like the most is that the community, the people can talk to the players. Like, you can actually walk up to them and be like, hey,
absolutely.
I mean, I seen kids, young people from San Diego State give autographs last year. I've seen coaches, take pictures with kids, and I think that's the biggest thing about Swish is. It's so family friendly oriented that you see him in the summer, and then you go watch him play at San Diego State and be like, man, I got his autograph.
Yeah.
Right. Or he signed my shirt. You know what I mean? So
you get to see him up close and personal play before they get into the big arena.
Yeah.
Tell me, okay, so we've interviewed several different coaches from the league, right? The Suns, Valley Farm, of course. Tell me about Understand the Grind, because when you hear that name, you see it here on the court. It obviously means a lot to Lincoln here and to this gym, to the programs, but tell me a little bit more, peel back the layers on what Understand the Grind means.
I mean, Understand the Grind is pretty much Norman's motto. He had it in high school. He just grind, you know what I mean? After practice, him and his buddies, Josh and Kevin and them, and they going up 24-hour fitness after practice. and you saw at an early age that he understood what a sacrifice meant to get to where he gonna get. So, he wasn't at the parties, he wasn't at the, the beaches, when his free time after academics in school, his free time was spent on that basketball court. But it goes way back, Yes, this is the new Lincoln. The original Lincoln had those same type of guys. Dominic McGuire, first guy out of Lincoln that goes to the NBA. He's in the league, the Swiss league. His grind, everybody's grind looks a little different, but it's the same concept of, coming out of here, you have to grind because either you gang banging or you cut up in these streets, So it wasn't always easy for none of them. Norman, Dom, Kevin, Josh, kids, Deshaunty, great, those guys in the early 90s that won state the first year, 94. So, you got the grind is Lincoln High School mindset overall. Like you grind in this classroom, you grind on the court, you grind in your community. But, it's on the floor. That's Norman's motto, and we're going to rock with it.
Love it. Everybody versus Lincoln. I like that hat too.
Oh, yeah. That's from the football program.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it permeates. It's the Lincoln mantra. I love it. My uncle went here back in the days. My dad grew up down the street way back in the days. And, Lincoln, it's a special place. I mean, you talk about the historical high schools here in town. There's only a few, right? The original Hoover, San Diego High, Lincoln. I mean,
that's why I don't call it, when people say it's the new Lincoln versus the old Lincoln. Now, this is a new Lincoln, and that's the original Lincoln. I'll never disrespect the legacy of coaches like Coach Polk, rest his soul, and Jose Hall and Coach Lineski and all those guys that came before me. So, you got to give that shout out and that respect to them. Miss Robinson, who's the first African-American female AD out of here. So you got to get that shout out and that respect. So when people talk about the original Lincoln, that's what I say. It's never old. It's original.
Gotcha. Tell me about this year's team. Because last year, like you said, you guys were that close to winning it all.
Yeah, well, Malik's coaching this year.
Oh, okay.
So Malik said he's coaching because, he's trying to, rest his body, rest his knees. You know what? It's an interesting group. It's a group that I believe in. You know what I mean? We got Dominique McGuire, Josh Smith, Tens. We got some guys that, that I feel can go. We got some young guys and some college guys and Darian Manson and Manny Barnett who played for me in 2023 when they won CIF. It's going to look a little different. We got Norman twice this year, hopefully. Right now he's in Spain. We got his nephew who just came out of high school. So, you know what? It's a chance for some of them, especially like him, to learn like what you about to go see in the next level. You know what I mean?
Get that new generation.
Yeah, what I'm saying? So, it was great. Malik, love him. He played here in 2017. He took us to CIF in 2017. But it's a chance for other people to, get that experience, and a chance to see him coach, and see what he really,
Yeah.
Does he understand what it is to go from playing to coaching, So the team, man, like I say, it's a grindy team. We going to grind. We got some good players. We got Ronnie Reedus, who's like 6'9". Josh Smith, if you look at Josh Smith, you think he's 6'9" the way he plays, but he's only 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", but he rebounds, he runs the floor. Dom's a veteran, so he know how to pull him in. We got some guys, man. We got some new faces, but same mentality. We gonna grind.
What's the biggest adjustment going from that player to a coach, sliding over and instead of being receptive to the coach, now you got to dish it out?
It's funny because I don't know if Malik, is kidding. You're like, okay, separate playing. Like it's different sitting over there. You know what I mean? But that's what makes a point guard, right? Because technically a point guard is the coach on the floor.
Yeah,
right.
True.
So technically as a point guard, you coming from where you came from. It's like, okay, I was on the floor. Now I'm on this bench. I see the same thing, but now you can look at me like, what Coach Jeff, you was right. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that you was like, nah, he was arguing about it. No, you're right, Coach Jeff. So, it's going to be interesting to see him coach, to have fun with it. And pretty much that's what this league is about, man. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Have, meet new people. Be blessed that you're around, that you can get up in the morning, you can come and play in something like this and coach in something like this. And, and come in a community and see a community that thrives on athletics and in this community. And, we gonna be all right. We gonna be
Okay.
all right.
All right. What do you think of these unis? I'm seeing that's a new look.
Yeah,
Every year
man.
they switch it up. It's a new look.
I like that. I like the unis, man. I like that.
It's kind of like a 90s
yeah,
90s design. I like
man.
that vibe.
We got that like, you know, is that Portland? Portland Trailblazers like that?
Yeah, kind of like
Man, like Portland? Off that little stripe?
Yeah. The fits are always on point. The fits are, I gotta get some merch.
Hey, always, yeah. You got to get the merch with the Swish, man. You got to. Swish got to come with some more merch because, you know what I'm saying? They coming with all the sweatshirts and shirts. We need some more merch. Let's get on that, Coop. Get on that, Steve, Coop. Let's get on that, buddy. We need more merch, man.
I like those shorts. I want some Swish shorts. You wear those Swish shorts. That's official. You be around town. That's official.
I tell all my players, turn in the gear when the season's over. That is our practice gear for Lincoln next year.
Got to make it happen.
Got to make it happen, man. You got to support the brand. You got to push the brand.
What else are we looking forward to this year? I know you won't make any predictions.
Nah, man,
I know you won't make any predictions.
Man, I can't make no prediction. This league is unpredictable. Nobody's ever went undefeated in here.
Yeah.
The team that you think were going to win it, you know what I mean, ended up getting knocked out.
Yeah.
It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable, man. You never know. You never know who shows up. You never know who's coming to play. You never know, how that ball falls. You know what I'm saying? And you know how it is. Some teams first 2 weeks got everybody, and then the last, everybody go back to their teams overseas or whatever. And it's a whole different team. You know what I mean? So you just got to be happy with who you got. You got to hope you got 8 bodies that can go up and down the court. You know what I mean?
It's not a sprint.
It's not
it's not a sprint. It's a war of attrition sometimes.
But I want to give a shout out to you guys. Hey, y'all did a heck of a job last year, man. Like,
appreciate that. Yeah.
Make sure y'all follow, Sons of Montezuma. Y'all did a heck of a job. I think what y'all doing is great. I followed y'all. I subscribed on YouTube. I think how y'all covered this event, covered this league is unbelievable. And y'all should get a shout out to and make sure people know that where you guys are on your social media. And, y'all go follow these guys, man. And
it's a special league. It's a special league. We knew that right off the bat, years ago when we were just interviewing Aztec players. And then we really kind of saw, wow, what's going on over here. Every single year they're doing this. And, through pandemics, through everything.
Yeah. Swish.
Dedicated.
That's why I say Swish done made it, man. They was playing in the pandemic. You got to get it tested. You got to have a mask on.
Yeah.
But they still did it. You know what I mean? They still got through with it. You know what I mean? But that shows you that the support that Swish, the directors, Mike and Coop and all them and Steve do, and all the people that help Swish. Because there's a lot of people in the background that they don't get a lot of credit, but I can tell you it's a team effort over there, Swish, and I definitely appreciate them. So we gonna have some fun this year. We got the Suns in here.
I saw that. I saw that.
Got the ABA Suns.
The ABA.
I had to tell them, man, this ain't ABA. This is Swish, man. This is a whole different league, buddy. You know what I mean? This ain't playing at Morris High School, man. It's the big boys. It's where the big boys play.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see how people stack up. Well, we appreciate you, Coach. We really appreciate the time. We see the jerseys are fresh. Guys are in here collecting, getting ready this Thursday, June 19th. Coach, appreciate you so much. We'll see you all summer long.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all. Shout out. God bless y'all.
All right, you guys heard it. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You guys enjoy some of these scenes. We'll be back with Trent and Kev.
Last summer. What was because you missed the playoff game, I believe, right?
Nah, I pulled up. I did miss the first playoff game. That was why I
All right, thank you guys for sticking around with us. We are here at Lincoln High. We're going to toss over another player interview over to Kevin. Take it away, Kevin.
Thank you, Matt. Here with Quincy Farbe, Low Ballers legend. How are you feeling today, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm blessed. Glad to be here. Glad to have another season, my 7th season under my belt, and I'm ready to go.
Sir, what do we think about the new threads this year? What do we feel?
I always like the black. I'm a fan of the white, but I always like the black and red threads. But I like the design. This is definitely in competition with last year's jersey, but this one clean. Yeah, this one clean. Yeah, this one clean for sure.
Yes, sir. How's the off season? What's something that the fans can look forward to? What have you been working on your game? What's new in the bag?
I just been really working on, getting my explosiveness. I was able to showcase that a little bit last season. Because the season prior to last season, I was a little bit injured, so I was more on the floor type of guard. But I feel like this season I'm really 100% ready to go, ready to attack at every opponent I got, and hopefully take it all this time again.
And for the kids watching, how does somebody work on their explosiveness? It can't really involve a ball that much, right? It's got to be, and it can't even really involve being in the gym. It's got to be off the court, right?
Yeah, definitely stick to the weight room. I got some stairs by my house, so I run those on a constant basis. Run those 10 times. Do some plyometrics. The basics. It's nothing, no secrets behind it. It's just more so staying consistent with it and making sure you're not going too hard on your body because you'll end up with jumper's knees, putting too much pressure on your knees. But, just making sure you maintain and stay consistent with sticking to the weight room for sure.
Sure. Low ballers came up short last year, unfortunately, in the playoffs. Coming back this year, still have Taj Zagorville, upcoming star at San Diego State. You still have Majak, looking forward to his first season at San Diego State. A couple other players. What can we see from low ballers this year?
Oh, yeah. Me and Taj, we got it clicking late last season. I wish we had it clicking a little bit earlier, but I feel like this summer, me and him kind of understand each other's game. We're both playmaking guards. We're both very unselfish, but we're very capable of taking over a game. So if he's feeling it that night, I'm going to give it to him. If he knows I'm feeling it that night, he's going to give it to me. But obviously we play team basketball, so we're moving the ball on a constant basis. We're not too many two-man game, take this, take that. So we just play team basketball, and we're going to win. So,
Just as simple as that. Q, it was a pleasure, bro. Look forward to seeing you, man.
Oh, yeah, ready,
yes, sir.
Ready for this season.
Back to you, Mateo.
Talk about it with them too much, but hopefully to hear some news about the summer league eventually, with the NBA summer league coming up, and it'd be a great opportunity. But we'll see what they say, and be fortunate enough to just even play here for the summer, So.
Yeah. So tell us again. You've been here every year for the last, it's our 7th year. Tell me how you think the league has grown and the level of competition has improved.
Man, the league has grown in my, what you said, 7th year now, and I appreciate everything that's come out of the Swish League, as a local San Diego guy, not growing up with a lot of pro-am open runs, we appreciated as players how much it's grown and how much we've really put into the media side of things. So I appreciate you guys.
And tell us about, how the level of competition has improved over the years.
Yeah, we gotten some great players. Guys from all levels of college, all levels of pro. It's always fun coming back and seeing how guys improve every year, and teams get better and better and more competition. I think just the fact that teams put together good teams that fit well together, that play good basketball, and it's good for San Diego basketball as we've seen it grow every year and get better and better.
Excellent. And so can you tell us a little bit about your preparation? I know you put a lot of work into your body and to your game. Can you fill us in a little bit about what your process is over the summer to improve your game?
Focus on kind of the weaker areas of the game. There's always areas to improve. Keep what you're good at, be consistent at what you're good at, but work on your weaker areas. And for me right now, just continually trying to keep the strength, the conditioning up, and just work on my outside shooting and ball handling a little bit more. But I think I've grown as a player very much over these past 3-4 seasons as a pro, just understanding more and more how to tackle how to become a better player.
And tell us a little bit about your, the grind of playing overseas. And, there's a lot of viewers, they have these aspirations of being a pro basketball player. And I don't know that they quite understand what goes into that. You want to give us a little insight on what it takes to do that?
I think the biggest thing that I tell young guys, especially, is know what your priorities are as a player. Whether that's, finding an agent who understands you, who understands your game, where you can fit best, and understanding yourself. Like, what are the things that you want out of your professional career? Is it to keep growing level to level? Is it to see different parts of the world? As an overseas expert playing several years overseas, I've seen a lot of it and played in a lot of great organizations. It's just trying to figure out what fits your style of play and how you can best grow your career.
That's awesome. And then finally, what do you think about this opportunity to play at maybe a higher level of professional basketball? What's the chance of that happening for you?
I think there's a very good chance. I've gotten some very good feedback, very good positive aspirations for myself. I truly believe in my abilities as a player and as a worker on and off the court. I think that my ability to do those things could really break through the ceiling, either even a higher level in Europe or maybe crack that NBA line with a two-way 10-day, but we'll see how that goes, and I'm just going to keep pushing for it.
I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you for your time. Awesome.
Yeah,
Great seeing you. You got it, Tommy.
It.
Thank you. Hey, we're going to bring it on over to Kevin with Aaron Felix. Kevin, take it away.
Thank you, Trent. We're here with AFT Aaron Felix Tinsley of UTG. Quite a reunion coming back to Jeff, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need it, though.
How are we feeling this year? What's something new that you've been adding to your bag, bro? What's something that the fans are looking forward to this season of the Swish?
I mean, everything. I got everything in my bag. I got a little Kyrie, a little Kemba Walker, a little Allen Iverson. You're going to see it all out there. But really focus on, making shots, just playing defense, winning for the guys, making winning plays, just trying to get back to the championship finals like we did last year.
What's something that you've picked from, because you played on numerous teams, what's something you've learned from different locker rooms, different huddles, different coaches here in the Swish?
Just the camaraderie and the culture that every team has. Everybody is different on the team, so everybody will bring something different to the table. So that's one thing I did learn from, playing on different teams. So just basically playing with everybody. So that is one thing you have to adapt to when you're playing overseas. It could happen like that. A team could pick you up and you have to adapt and learn how to play with those guys. Just that's how it is. So that's what I learned.
And speaking of a new team, got new threads. It's green and black, home team.
Okay, home team. Yeah, we the Hive boys. It's really drippy out here, though. Got the green on green with the black. The GT cuts 1-on-1s. You ain't never seen these before because they're custom made, baby.
Been here almost since day one. Been here six seasons out of the 7. Is this your favorite jersey you've been in?
Yeah. Why not? It's 2025, baby. Let's go.
Appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you, my man. Good luck this season. Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. See you guys. Back to you guys.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff there, guys. We appreciate you guys sticking around this 2025 Swish League Pro-Am. This is the first time we've done this as far as like a media day. We hope you guys really enjoyed it. Get to hear and see behind the scenes look on San Diego's Pro-Am. I mean, this is San Diego's Pro-Am. And I was talking with Trent here as we're listening in. And I mean, really, you said it perfectly, like the importance of these guys. These are pros. These are pros. I mean, to play on that stage, whether it's here in the States, whether it's overseas, Europe, Asia, all over the world. I mean, these are professional players. This is high-level basketball. And to a pro-am, the great thing, like what you're saying, is fusing that pro experience mentality with the college players and really giving them a chance to see what it takes to get to that level to where I can play professionally in this world of basketball. Elaborate a little bit on that because you were hitting some really good points.
Well, I just think that as a lot of young players out there, I know Kevin understands this grind of trying to transition from middle school to high school to college, playing a little bit of pro and whatnot. And, it's very hard to elevate those levels. Like, it just doesn't happen overnight. There's a lot. I mean, people are gonna. If you want people to pay you money to play this game, becomes not a little boy's game anymore. It becomes like a job. That means if you're married, your spouse has to be in. Because you're and now you have to move around and you're going to Europe and maybe you're you don't get to start at like Spain and play for Real Madrid or where Luka played before he broke into the NBA and stuff. And it's just to see a guy like Tommy Rutherford who's just grinded. He's gotten bigger and stronger and more talented and, has both hands, can finish with both hands now. He's just much more athletic and, to have a good insight as to the sacrifice he makes to continue to play one more year, right? It's about one more year. The weight room, the diet, the nutrition, the sleep, the recovery that takes to go on, as a professional strength coach, I'm a part of that and helping them, and it's the recovery. Yeah. Right. I mean, you can pound the weights and you can, eat all the protein, but if you're not getting enough sleep and if you don't have your head right, I mean, the whole mental, emotional part of this game is really elevated itself. And, and what do these players go through when they have a bad shooting night? How do they deal with, a shooter like a Klay Thompson who, he goes and we've seen Steph go, 1 for 12 and stuff. And how do they deal with that? They continue they go, you know what? It's an anomaly. I'm one of the best, Steph has reconfigured the game. And so now, how do they deal with the disappointment? I was talking to Tommy a little bit and he said, how do you deal with the ups and the downs and whatnot? And, he said, you just got to stay positive and know that what you're doing is going to cumulatively improve yourself because we don't just continue to get better. Kevin, what do you think?
I think you hit the nail on the head right there. I mean, you hear a bunch of times when you're watching NBA mic'd up, the first thing that players wish on each other when they're dapping each other up after a game or even before the game: stay healthy, keep healthy. After a playoff series, stay healthy, healthy. Health is just a big reason why players are successful. The dieting, the mental aspect of everything. I know it's taken me out of a couple games. It's putting me back into a couple games. So the mental side, the health is just a big reason why a lot of players are performing well at the Swish League.
To have this mix of players together coming down here at Lincoln is something special. Guys, I thank you for joining us here, Sons of Montezuma, the YouTube channel. This is your home. This is your home to catch all the action all summer long. June 19th to August 3rd. Come on down. You guys have heard it. You've seen it. It's a big-time community event here in San Diego. It is your Pro-Am, so come on down and support. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys cover these games as commentators and dedicating all the attention to the action on the court that it deserves. Guys, I want to thank you for joining once again. Can't wait to have Fiend back in here, Brian in here. We'll add on to the group. A lot more fun and craziness down here at the Hive to capture. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. All right, Andrew, the man behind the scenes, take it away. Thank you, guys. sonsofmontezuma.com. We'll see you guys soon.
Lincoln
Swish
High
League.
School, Thursdays, Sundays.